Hi, Miss Smith. It's so nice to meet you. Your daughter, Jenna, is such a delight in class.
Thank you. So nice to meet you too. Jenna is usually so shy around people. I am glad that she has opened up to you more inside the classroom.
Jenna has told me all about your family and how you guys practice partner reading with a variety of books, and that you always are encouraging Jenna to read more in her free time.
Yes, we do. I really do try to encourage Jenna to read more since I have noticed that she really needs help with her fluency. When I read with her, we usually partner read so she can see how I demonstrate my fluency and my speed. I think that this is starting to help her. I was wondering if you have seen any improvement in her reading.
Yeah, Jenna must really enjoy that you take time out of your night to read with her. I think this is actually really helping with her fluency. We also do a lot of practice inside the classroom in small groups and just like as a whole class and one-on-one. So yeah, we have our reading groups that we work on where they get to choose their own book to read, which I think she really enjoys. And we also have seen that Jenna in the class is afraid and timid to read in front of her peers, and I think this is because she's lacking in her fluency, so she's starting to lack confidence. But when I read one-on-one with her, I can really see that she is starting to become more fluent with her reading. However, she does get easily distracted when reading, and if she doesn't know a word, instead of like trying to figure it out, she just like looks around the room or looks down at her book and starts to give up. So usually we try to sound out that word, but recently it just really hasn't been working.
Yes, I have noticed she gets distracted when reading on her own. I appreciate you making her feel comfortable and on task. She really loves having you as a teacher.
Yeah, I wanted to just go over some of her assessments. When I went over her fluency scores, I could see that her scores were actually fairly low, and they were like almost 2 grade levels below where they should be. So since her fluency is so low in reading, it actually affects all of her other subjects. And it's actually affecting her math as well with any like reading problems. So that's what's kind of starting to scare me. But however, you are taking all the right steps to help her with her fluency.
Oh, great. Jenna did tell me briefly about getting tested on her reading. I would love to hear more.
Okay, so we did give Jenna many assessments, and we had a lot of fun working together and doing these one-on-one, which gave her like more time to get to know me, and I got to know her. She seemed to really enjoy the one-on-one part of these assessments, which made me happy. But the main areas that we did test for are phonemic awareness, phonics, fluency, and comprehension.
Wow, when I work with her at home, I didn't realize there are so many different components to reading.
Yeah, reading plays a really big role in education, and it's used in all core subjects, so there are a lot of tests that go on with reading.
That makes sense. What did you find from the assessments?
Okay, so the first assessment I gave Jenna was a test on phonemic awareness. So phonemic awareness is the ability to focus on a manipulative individual. I did get back with her, which included rhyming assessments, identifying initial sounds, blend words, phoneme segmentation, phoneme manipulation, phoneme inflation. Jenna could clearly understand what she needed to do with these tests. However, she still struggled when I was explaining the directions for these sections. And she typically struggled when she was reading these questions because she understood the concept once we read the questions together, but when she had to read it on her own is where she struggled, which you can really see where her like fluency is playing a big role in this. But she did better on the phonemic awareness than she did on her fluency, and she had a lot of trouble with reading the words on the fluency test, but we've basically already experienced that previously, so I kind of knew what to expect with that.
I'm glad to hear that she had a somewhat decent score on the phonemic awareness part, and I am glad that we could find her struggles in fluency. Could you tell me more about this?
Yeah, so for the reading comprehension test, we were testing for the fluency and the comprehension, so like how well she read, the smoothness, the speed, and then if she could understand what she was reading. So fluency is the ability to read with speed, accuracy, and proper expression. So I just chose like a lower level book, and I had some questions for her, and she struggled reading in the beginning, and her fluency got better as she got towards the end. She could answer these questions properly, but she just couldn't like read. It took like longer for her to read because her fluency is so low, so it took her longer to finish the book than any of the other students, but she could understand what she was reading. So if she doesn't, and like if she didn't understand one of the words, she would basically just give up on herself instead of keep trying and just start to give up and like wander off. So yeah.
What can I do to help her improve her reading fluency?
Well, like we discussed, you can just practice reading with her every night like you already do. Every night you should read to her, and you should actually have her read back to you. And if she's struggling with a word, she doesn't know how to sound it out, you should break down the words. So like if it's like sound, I'd break down like sa, ow, da, and then have her put together and like have her sound out her words with you. And if she can get the strategy down, it's really going to help her with her fluency eventually. We also need to like boost her confidence because she lacks a lot of confidence with her reading, which affects her fluency and when she's working with peers. So I just say like constantly encouraging her, and when she gets a word right, just like really encourage that. So yeah, we just want to boost her fluency, so just practicing every night will really help that.
That makes sense. I will definitely continue to practice with Jenna at home and try to track her improvement. I will also have her read aloud to encourage her as a way to boost her confidence. It does not surprise me that Jenna finds her strength in comprehension over fluency. When we read together, she can tell me all about the story, and she can tell me all the little details. It just takes a while for her to read the actual text. Is there anything I can do?
Yeah, so there's actually a bunch of different strategies that you can do with her. Some of these I would suggest would be model fluent reading. So this is like, you can use this basically with any student, but it's basically just like you reading to them so they can hear your fluency. Another one is guided practice, and you can just use this, like guide them through when they're reading, just guide them along. Choral reading is when you read to each other. Repeated readings is when if they like make a mistake on a word or a sentence, you have them read it over a few times so they can fix that mistake. And then there's just other little ones that you can also find that I can give you links to help your daughter.
Awesome, of course. I love working with Jenna and being involved within her schoolwork. I would love to do whatever it takes to help improve where she slacks. I really want her fluency scores to improve so she can have more confidence when she reads.
Thank you for coming. Thanks for your time. Your daughter is a pleasure to have in class. I look forward to working with you.